had a 30-point margin yesterday, but today things have evened out a little bit. Of course, 20, 30, 40 points, and maybe less being given to these teams depending on where they place. And based on the quick look at the zone, where these players are flying in from, we're going to be headed north this time around. No city for the second map of the day. We're seeing B-Mark, Slide, and J-Tech go to their tried and true spot. They're going to stretch for a while across the top of this map here.
Exactly, especially with that plane line, but we've got to get back on over toward this high-rise thing. It's going to be the last stop, right? And of course, Community uncontested, able to focus on that tried and true, everything they know and love. But for the teams that are on that north side that like to go hang out towards Levin Resort, past Outpost and Seaport, you are going to be some of the players with your feet on the ground absolutely last, which is going to force you guys to make sure, get your loadouts, get on that hyper-aggressive, especially if you're trying to get to that win condition early.
Well, back to Bazaar we go to check in on this fight. The fight for Bazaar has been one for the Asians. It's been Robstar's team that's won majority of the times. Instead, we're going to go check out another fight here in Condos as we see Nano on screen getting some crowd love. Savvy Ultras, the Italians, up above and already have a gun, so unfortunately pistol not going to be enough as Savvy Ultras picks up a kill all by himself.
Nano in the gulag we go here. Freddy on the side, get the nade out, a swing, and Nano deleted there. SV Begsy, you can see Savvy Ultras down below. Couple teams still lurking nearby. But for now, I'm keeping my eyes on Tapulator across the ways also.
Yeah, this is an interesting fight here in Condos. This is one of those fights that's been happening quite a bit over the last several games. People deciding not to change up their drop spots around this fire station. Off to the left-hand side of the map, and the Savvy Ultras this time finally can't get the better of two. The squad on your screen right now, frankly, has had a very brutal tournament thus far. I believe they were actually 37th, funny enough, matching their player number at the end of day one. We'll see if they have a better tournament after a nice little start there, but we're going to check in on Cloud9 again. Again, I know they've got a lot of fans, a lot of folks cheering them on, and right now they've gone back to Seaport. They're actually not very far away from that Begsy team, a little bit off the way from that fire station as Funzy's trying to get out of dodge. This time Cloud9 seemingly on the hunt.
I need to see him pull some moves out of the Matrix, but Jace finds the angle. Funzy down and out, and you see E700 is already fully eliminated. Everything will fall towards T if Funzy does not win the Gulag. And if I'm T, I'm disengaging because other squads are already starting to lurk amongst the mix. Team Vitality.
Hey, speaking of a team that needs a better day today, Team Vitality.
Yeah, 100% do.
Getting a free kill. And look, I don't know if it's the inclusion of noobs or the exclusion of Inxion, but yesterday did not go their way. They had a brutal day after getting bullied out of their drop spot by Community. And funny enough, they've actually elected to go back to where Noobs used to drop with his former team, over to the Seaport side, kind of near that fire station where you saw Begsy and everybody else. So, you know, could be a strategy, especially if Noobs is taking the lead here.
BD Benza back in action. Vitality might run into them, but Destroy on your screen with Raul, Nate Dogg. This squad still trying to make some plays over by the gas station across the way. Mortar in the back pocket, which would be nice to see if we can find those angles. Bunker Buster, even better. Melvin, Pentagon, Fuzzin, you gotta watch out.
Yeah, and again, we've jumped all the way over to Lowtown, which is kind of the southeastern side of the current zone. DRN, aka Team Destroy here. Okay tourney yesterday, right in the middle of the pack. I think technically on our sheet, they're looking at like 17th tied. They got 15 points, as so did a lot of other folks. So fairly even playing field here. Only 5 points behind those folks we were talking about before that got 20. So plenty of room to work on this leaderboard. Day one was important, but today is everything. And all quiet in Lowtown for now means gonna go check out what we can do from here. The only frustration about DRN, frankly, is how many kills they're putting up. Decent placements when they can get them. Kills not going their way except for a very small amount of crucial moments.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, right? That average multiplier yesterday for them, 1.42. So if we can get some of those eliminations and maybe bolster our points multiplier, could be really good for them. But I already like what we're doing. We're conservative, right? And
sturdy, but they're building. So it works for now. We're looking for top 10. We still have 23 teams remaining in the 5th and closing into 6 circles. We're going to swing over and see Team Echo get cut down. Somehow, some way, the Wolf and his pack had made the better of what was a frustrating start to this map. Unfortunately, right as I say that, the transition, they get cut down. I don't know how many kills they have. A decent game on their hands if they can stay alive, but right now it looks like Empathy is the only one that's healthy and has a very difficult rotation. This team is a really good squad. They just can't get anything going in the last couple maps.
And it's not like we have resources to try and help that. I can't throw a smoke on you, cross, and hit the res. I'm just trying to live at this point underneath the bridge and keep your eyes there. I saw Deus Amir in the distance looking to clean up some eliminations. They're on a pretty powerful hitter here, and Empathy falls.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just screamed wow because look at the zone pull the Falcons just got. Yes, not in a perfect position, but they're dead center and they have a ton of cover to play around with should they want it. This is wild. It could have very easily pulled to the southern side down where actually Community is. The Pink Salmon, who's now being looked at by the Falcons. Now Community has a very difficult rotation wide out in the open to get to some pieces of cover as Shifty is going to ward off any address. If it pulls to the Falcons again on new zone, this will be theirs for the win.
Moment of reprieve, but Sage once again on 5 here. They've got a lot of power here. One smoke in the back pocket, but we've got to clear out the southwestern side of things as Team Community is starting to get onto the move here. There's going to be a big collapse there on that, and look who's got angles. It is Shifty. He is trying to cut people down on rotates, but what he doesn't do, he doesn't get the full-on unrational, and they get him back up on his feet.
And Sage FaZe trying to play aggressive and trying not to get cut down from behind. The Italians are here to play spoiler, somehow regain, taking down 1, maybe 2. If Swag is able to get out of this, could be a boon for Adrian. There's actually a portable buy way down here deep in the gutters. Should be able to get the buy off, and that means all 3 of FaZe are alive, at least floating, looking for that multiplier, looking for top 10. We're on 12 right now. These are key moments as Warzone squad is cut down. CT Red still in this, looking for top 10. Looks like our squad from Mexico has a chance to go big. Look who else is still in this. That's Watch Waldo. Nickel, our former map winner, a chance to go back to back.
Well, why we've got the trolls under the bridge, keep your eyes on that mini-map. DRN have already moved into the next circle and are ready for everyone to make that Hail Mary rotation towards it. 11 squads, and we're looking for a 1.6x multiplier. We've got the portable buy. We're looking for the resources for endgame and a PDS to play if we need it.
I'm looking for a man in end zone as Omit NA is somehow still in this, by the way. Look at that, number 15, that's Omit NA. I don't know which player it is, but they have lurked all the way into top 10, looking for some multipliers. They need it. It is Braxton, by the way, is the last remaining player. A heroic solo play could be a huge boon for a squad that had a frustrating day yesterday as we see our Italians continue to play spoiler to this FaZe squad. Decent multiplier, solid kills. FaZe is having a good day. Can we make it a great one? Sage with a pistol and a dream right now, trying to lurk and wait until the top 5. Just kidding, he's got an STG, we're fine.
I mean, look, they had 12 eliminations in match number 1. Sage is on 5. We're looking for that 1.8x multiplier if we can get it, and maybe pick up a couple more while our teams are looking to rotate out of the gas. Even the Falcons on the other side, still outplaying the PDS if they can, going straight up against Colony 2K. Omit NA down, and, well, Savvy Ultras, you gotta be wary or you're gonna be right there with them.
All right, Sage, what can you do, my man? I was touting your ability, and off screen we're actually seeing a lot of the Falcons being cut down. It's actually Ahsoka last alive in the gas by himself, doing Ahsoka things, trying to stay alive. Dongi gets cut down. Sage picking up some kills in transition. It's actually a cleanup for some opponents, but even still, it's a boon for him. Community in trouble. Community out from Ahsoka off screen. Sage, heroic play, a splatter. The problem is DRN has all 3 alive, but they're not in zone. Sage has an opportunity. Can I have a couple more, Sage? How about more? Top 5 for Sage. Ahsoka is still in this. An unbelievable moment. FaZe says, why not drive the car around? Let's try to make a heroic play, and so far, so good. The problem is Sage is in trouble with low resources. It's DRN zipping up. Watch out for him as Sage continues to make heroic plays and somehow has the last piece of cover in zone. Aside from the new building in the last circle, could Sage do it? Likely no, but I'm here and I'm waiting to see what he can do as DRM made the perfect rotation for the zip to top of the building. I only expect this Team Destroy to win it all.
They do. They take out the Falcons, and now still DRN from the high ground, but Sage still putting on the works, does get taken out. Regardless, a valiant effort, 1.8x multi, and it's Colony 2K in the end game as well with DRN as the great hunt begins. They just have to find the last one.
Unbelievable consistency from top Colony 2K. He technically got a 1v2 last time. Could he get a 1v3? I think we just have to wait and find out, but I've got to tout the IGL call from Team Destroy to zip to the top of this building, secure top 2. It's a 3v1, nearly insurmountable at this point, but let's just watch and wait what 2K can do. See you later. Team Destroy on top. He wants the money. He's going to ask you to give it to him. And after finally a great game in game 2 of day 2, he told me, he said, Coach, It's going to be a brand new day tomorrow, and apparently that's right. Well done, Team Destroy. DRN on top in map number 2.
Stand up, celebrate. That 2x multi plus whatever eliminations you had is going to be a massive game for you. Mind you, they averaged 9.47 points per game yesterday, and we are already off to a better start. That new day you mentioned, man, that's gotta feel good.
One thing I love about Destroy is that every time I see him, he goes, Dodge? That's what he calls me. He goes, Dodge? I'm feeling good. I'm ready to shoot. And I'm like, hey, man, I love your energy. Every single time he celebrates, always just